So, with that all out of the way, we have 10 skills left to complete. And the really cool thing that I'm noticing about these skills is that actually a lot of them are part of effigies. Effigies, if you don't know, are a drop that you can get mainly from God Wars Dungeon 1 bosses, in which that you can choose between two skills ranging from level 91 to 97, resulting in a lamp at the end, which then you can use on any skill. Now, one of the recent updates that has come out that I am personally a huge fan of is Arc Core. And Arc Core has dropped these effigies like no other. So you basically get 90,000 XP for opening the effigy, and then you'll be able to get a Dragonkin lamp, which then you can throw a large amount of XP into a skill of your choice. And I think this is a really cool idea because it's going to be rather competitive for XP just because there's going to be a lot of skills that I either need to gather supplies for or might not have the world's best XP. So this might be a really cool way of doing it. So I'm not 100% sure that this is the method that I'm going to go all the way to 99 with, but it's something that I kind of want to push towards. So we're going to be going for base 97s. So I think I'm going to start off with our crafting first. One of the really cool things that I've been excited for since I did 99 archaeology is to unlock the tools at 99 archaeology. You can use a archaeology potion, boost for a +3, and then unlock either the Orphan Furnace core or the Artificer's Measure, the one that we're going to be going for, which should give us about a 5% XP boost when we're doing our crafting. So we're going to do a mixture of gems and hides just to keep the boost going. But I think that should help us save a little bit on supplies. So I think that's going to be our first step in getting these base 97s, and we'll go from there. I know I'm going to be triggering someone with this clip, but we are sitting here at Sandstone. We need to basically get 1,000 of this dust. There's a small chance of actually getting a dust from any of the sandstone. Larger the sandstone, the better. So we're going to be sitting here. It's about a 5-hour grind for us. And we're just going to be sitting here and mining away. A couple hours later. Oh my god. Yeah, 1,000 completed. Let's go. We gotta go bless it real quick. Very happy that this stacks and you can just sit here and pray the whole time. If you had to do it inventory by inventory, that would be freaking awful. Bless and completed. So, time to go make a masterwork bar and grab some archaeology supplies, and then we're good to go. This probably is going to be the worst part of the grind, but I need to get 10 Mystic Cloths. Now, there's two options here. I can go to KBD, where it is an uncommon drop, and I don't think I want to do that. So Ankus are apparently the second best method of coming here. So we're going to be here for a little bit, and we're going to see how this goes. Well, that didn't take too long, and all we have left is to go grab that boost. +5, and an archaeology boost. Artificer's Measure completed. It's going to be honestly so nice for Crocius as well as for our crafting training. So excited to get this done. Let's train some crafting. I am always a big advocate for doing big grinds in the future. So one of the things that I am actually a really big fan of is blue blubber jellyfish. I think they're a great resource for higher level PVM, especially when I get there. So I kind of want to put in some work now, as much as it would be nice to AFK. This not only helps our fishing, but it also helps our cooking, which is something that I need to focus on. And with the swarm fishing, I'm getting a little bit too much on the higher level stuff, so that's unfortunate, but 96 fishing, one more level to go before we're going to be done with it. Treasure Turtle giving us the good stuff. Nothing, no uniques, but pretty nice. Ended up spending the last little bit of 97 in a more AFK spot, being swarm fishing. We did end up doing a majority of 96 to 97 doing it here, but there is 97 fishing. On to the next skill. One of the ugly levels that I am thinking I want to fix up right now is going to be our agility. We do have an agility daily as well, but I don't think it's going to push us quite to 90. We're going to get so close. So I think we're just going to run some Anachronia and see if we can finish off this level as quickly as possible and make only 2 skills left in the 80s, being Dungeoneering and Rune Crafting. 90 agility unlocked. Since we just finished fishing, I feel like it's only fair to work on our cooking, and one of the best places to do that is going to be Priff. But we're going to be doing this as well as trying to do our agility hourly. I really want to get that last piece, man. My bank is not looking quite right without of it. So I am going to keep pushing for that, and hopefully we can get some cooking levels and maybe even an agility level. Hopefully not, because that would be a very long time. And we'll see if we can finally capture this piece. Hour number 7 of doing agility. Hopefully this is the one. I've said this like 6 times now, and I'm just gonna keep saying it until we get this. Let's frickin' go! I'm out of here, boys. Gonna take some time to treat myself as a congratulations for getting the full agility outfit. We're gonna do some Crocious, hang out for a bit, and see if we can just restock on some herblore drops as well as get some crafting supplies. And mill chest, not too shabby. So the next 2 goals I want to tackle are going to be fletching and thieving, and I actually had someone suggest this to me as a method. Basically, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sitting in the hidden safes in Zamagril's fort. Each of these do require 92, 94, and 96 thieving, so we are going to be boosting for them. But basically, because these are the best safes in the game and they are on a 10-minute timer, we're going to try and do as much fletching as possible, then doing the thieving on cooldown, and that will be maximizing our XP per hour for thieving as well as fletching. This honestly has been pretty nice so far. I'll get back to you guys in a bit and see how good this method is. So not bad. We are only making our headless arrows right now, but as you can see, we are sitting around 500k per hour for the thieving side of things. And then obviously once I start doing broad arrowheads as well, we're going to see a significant boost in our fletching XP as well. So this could be like close to about a mil XP per hour, halfway to 99 thieving. So we're about 2 hours in right now, and we do have about 800k thieving XP right now, so it's closer to about 400k. But there is 93 thieving unlocked. Honestly, very solid method. Would highly recommend. I can't believe I'm just stumbling on this now. Pretty efficient. We're almost done with our headless arrows, and then we can actually move on to the broad arrowheads. So it is finally Roar. Roar now officially means that we go to Anachronia and run the agility course. Now that we have the full nibble outfit, it's going to be pretty freaking pog. I have also been setting up my Anachronia base, so now we can officially unlock the tier 3 spa, which means we're like 100% maxed out on XP. The only thing that we have to do is still upgrade our Excalibur to Wise 4. But that aside, we are actually so close to getting the 500 that we need. So I think it's like either 1 or 2 more roars, which is going to be super epic. Especially, it's going to be really nice for Crocious. And another thing is that now that I'm going to be doing Anachronia, I'm going to be pushing myself to try and get around 6-minute kills. Currently, my best time is about a 6:44. He's so freaking fast. 6'10", new PB, very exciting. Um, Honestly, not like that big of an accomplishment, but I'm happy with it. And now that we are actually doing the broad arrowheads, you can see we're getting about 700k per hour, which is pretty sweet. I have been playing a little bit more AFK. I think I could boost it up to 800. I'm not gonna lie, but very happy with the 94 thieving. And speaking of the broad arrowheads, putting them to use, 95 fletching unlocked. And the final level, we will be unlocking 95 thieving completed. I think we're going to take a pause on this method for now, though I might come back and do it a bit later. And I think what we're going to do is actually go train some woodcutting. I've got to go back to AFKing something, and Acadia's sounds pretty sweet. I'm not sure if I'll do Acadia's or do the Crocious nodes outside, but ultimately what I want to do is try and push for 99 woodcutting. It's a skill that like I just want to get out of the way, finish up, and honestly, I again just kind of have to go into an AFK period. So let's go train some woodcutting and see where it takes us. So we did end up deciding on doing Acadias. I just wanted to throw on always ads so that way it burns the logs and doesn't clutter up my inventory so I can AFK for longer. Just going to make quality of life a little bit better. I don't really need the logs. I don't really need the fire making XP either, but This way I can AFK for longer and it's not going to be as much of a nuisance and I won't have to look at my screen as often. 98 wood cutting unlocked. I honestly this has been pretty chill. I'm enjoying this. I'm in a good mood right now. So, you know what? Let's just push for 99. You know what? I'm feeling it. Let's just send it. Man, Prosper really gives a solid amount of hard clues at Acadia's. Like I wouldn't have thought that I would have only gotten hard clues, but this is actually pretty nice. 91 agility unlocked. And while this might be a surprise to a lot of my viewers, one of my least favorite skills has been completed. There is 99 woodcutting. Oh my god, I'm so happy to be done with it. Was in a good mood to do woodcutting, and I was so happy to ride that out all the way to 99. I would just like to thank all of the evil trees that have sacrificed themselves to me in order to complete this goal. We went really, really hard at the start of account on woodcutting because I was not hating it as much, and then we just kind of let it sit there for a really long time. So, very happy to be done with the skill. Let's go get the cape. Honestly, it looks hella nice. I'm just happy to be done. Let's move on to the next thing. It did take one more roar, and of course we ended on nice 69 pages. But that does bring our total to 500 pages. Double escape is now able to be unlocked. We have both codexes, so now anytime going forward, all pages will go towards bond money, which will be pretty sweet. I don't imagine myself doing agility beyond maxing, but we'll see. And it definitely has some niche uses at Crotus, so I'm very happy about that. Now, one of the weird things that I have been doing recently, I have been jack of trading my rune crafting, and it's just because the pure amount of pure essence that I need to gather is pretty boggling. So I'm cutting back on the number of hours that I have to do pure S farming in order to get these levels. I did the calculations, and it's more efficient for me at this moment to be doing agility on roar than it would be and not jack of trading that than for me to be putting jack of trades into rune crafting. So I'm very happy with this decision. Just trying to explain why I would be doing it. And the rune crafting daily to unlock 86. I'm going to be doing a mixture of dragon hides as well as gems dragon hides to obtain the artificial measure XP bonus, and then gems to use up that bonus as much as possible. 96 crafting. Let's keep going. Gotta keep pushing those roars whenever they come up. 92 agility. Halfway there. I feel like I've said that so many times now. But this is one that I'm very excited to be pushing into the 90s and closing out. Finishing off our crafting grind, there is 97. We unfortunately ran out of dragon hides, weren't able to utilize the boost as long as I would have liked. So we were just ended up cutting gems, but I'd like to give a shout out to Crocious for giving me so many gems that I can just easily finish out this skill. So there is 97 crafting completed. I think it's time to hop back on the fletching thieving grind. It's good to be back in the insane XP room. 96 thieving unlocked. I know these numbers are highly unrealistic, but we're getting close to 1,000,000 XP per hour between the thieving and fletching. Absolutely insane. 96 fletching unlocked. Absolutely loving this method. As you might see, there will be clips that doesn't have this just because I captured them in a different manner. But in the bottom right hand of the screen, it is official. We have added a countdown timer until we max. This is pretty crazy to think about. I feel like I have such a long way to go, and we only have 5 weeks left. I know that's like a month and a bit, but like, man, seeing that on my screen really is going to be pushing me. I genuinely was feeling pretty okay about the account until I put up this timer. So I'm not gonna lie, my stress levels have elevated significantly in the past 2 minutes, but I'm okay. I'm just gonna keep working through it. You know, we're doing great things with the account, and I'm very happy with the direction it's going. I might just have to make some adjustments to what some of my plans are and just try and be a little bit more efficient in finishing out the account. I've added it to the bottom of the screen just so you guys have a better idea of how long we have left until this challenge is finally over and we're on the other side of the fence, and whether we make it or not, we will see. But I'm very excited, a little stressed out, so keep your eyes out for that, guys. And there is 97 thieving completed. Only fletching left to go before we have our base 97s. Then we'll have to do some cooking. And then the last thing on our docket is to do our Sarah grind for a Ceradoma Godsword. Probably could still be doing the safe method, but I figured I might get some reputation chilling in Metaphos, so gonna be hanging out here for the last little bit and till we get 97. 97 fletching. Now, I did see in the comments some of you were making interesting comments about my methods of making urns, and I've heard you. So we will be using the lunar spell now to make urns rather than doing them manually. It's definitely going to speed up our process a little bit, but goal here, make enough cooking urns to get 97, and then we'll cook all the fish that we got. I actually have a ton of rocktails and some cooking gauntlets, so I might want to go out to the wilderness. I'm not sure if I'm going to save that for pre-97 or post-97, because I am going to want to maximize those, and obviously burning rocktails for no reason, not optimal. So finish up these urns and then let's get cooking. So the method that we are going to use, and this is literally only because I have cooking brawlers, is we are going to go into the deep wilderness. We are going to risk our life in a perilous zone called the wilderness. And basically we are going to sit by the mage bank and we are going to cook these rocktails. So I'm pretty sure with my calculations, we should get 95 to 96 with the cooking gauntlets. And then once we're beyond that, we will end up doing the rest of our cooking in Prif. But we're going to try and capitalize as much as possible on these cooking gauntlets as possible. We're going to go grab a cooking potion as well, just to boost up and minimize our burn rate. We will not be wearing, obviously, cooking gauntlets because we're wearing the brawling gloves. And yeah, so let's go get some mad XP. An absolutely insane 850k XP per hour. Loving this method. 94 cooking. Now, unfortunately, my calculations were wrong. We're just moving past that. So we're going to go do the method that I have been excited about ever since I started this grind. The final thing in the reason why that we got 97s in all of these skills is we are planning on getting a Ceradoma Godsword, which not only restores our prayer, but also restores our HP. And I'm planning on meleeing Arc Glacor, Zero Mech, 4 effigies with absolutely no resources used, so I can AFK and not worry about my account and just have the time of my life farming out effigies, totally AFK, so when I can't play the game, I'm still getting insane XP rates. So honestly, I've been theory crafting this. I've seen the amount of effigies that drop here, and I think it's absolutely insane. So this is just something that I've been working towards. You know, if it doesn't work out quite the way I wanted to, or they nerf the method, we're still at base 97s for all these skills. So I'm really happy with that. I just need to keep pushing forward, and being able to do this AFK while I do other stuff like IRL stuff would be absolutely massive for the account. So that's why I'm so excited about this. Let's go kill some Commander Ziliana and hope to get the Ceradoma Godsword.
Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat.
And there it is, the thing that we have been looking for, the Ceradomin hilt. What an absolutely insane 4 days of bossing. The fact that I made this much progression on the collection log makes me want to potentially grind out and get the pet at some point, but now's not the time for that. Now is the time for absolutely massacring the Arc Lake Core, absolutely using no resources, and to AFK like a freaking beast.